Alright, everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Chroma's Spine. It's a pretty sweet spine, though. I really like Chroma. He's cool. I need to learn his abilities, and honestly, now that we've got Chroma Prime, I think this is a good time for it. So, I think before we... Let's go to CETUS for a bit. There's the dumb, Oh, we're never gonna get a CETUS 69 unless they give it to us or add some new content that makes it really busy again. Ah, that's unfortunate. Oh well. Anyway, so we're gonna head to CETUS for a bit. There's the bounty on... Oh, did my weapons level up? Some did, most didn't. I don't want to do this. Okay, you know what? Let's grab one good weapon here. There was that one person using the ARCA PLASMOR. Let's bring out the ARCA PLASMOR. Let me take a look at what mods I've got on it. So, apart from upgrading Primed Ravage, not much I immediately want to do on this thing. Man, this thing's crit damage multiplier is kind of low. I'm just not sure if I'm going to... If I want to do anything different. I'll think on it. I'll use it for now. But I think I'm going to use the ARCA PLASMOR for a bit, and we'll just think about maybe rebuilding it, or even looking at somebody else's build. Because, yeah, I've still got to finish Primed Ravage for obvious reasons, but I need a load of endo for that, and that's going to take a while. I got to get to arbitrations, but first, let's do a quick bounty. Let's see, these are the CETUS. Okay, here we go. There's this Persian Massive Ghoul Burial Site. Find and destroy Ghoul Burial Site. Should be easy enough. I think I'm set to play with other people. I hope so. Otherwise, this is going to get real painful real fast. Yeah, I like this color scheme. It's a lot of different colors. Kind of a really, really dark blue-purple. Purple, blue, and orange. I think it's just like a lavender. Am I... Okay, somebody else is joining the squad. I was like, I will be playing with other people, right? I was gonna get worried there for a moment. Okay. So we're just gonna do this first, because I've actually never done any of the Ghoul Burial Site missions, to be totally honest. In retrospect, this thing should do more than enough damage. The Riven helps a lot. Like, a lot. I don't know, I like Rivens. I gotta go back to doing sorties. I just haven't had time for them lately. Maybe once we've got Rivens and stuff done, we'll go back and do some more sorties. I almost kind of wish that there were some sorties that specifically involved CETUS, or that like random dungeon mode that I was talking about yesterday. That'd be kind of cool. This is kind of handy. I like fighting, I like CETUS a lot. It's kind of hard to see the enemies, and for good reason. They've got pretty good camouflage. But not here, not in this dust bowl. I think that works quite well. Okay. Order of business. Wow! Don't go through the poison at all. It is not worth. Let's get out of here before my carrier bites it. I was like, I'll be fine. Nope. Turns out poison does not save you, even if you're a good old tanky Chroma. But then again, I also don't have my entire build done on Chroma, so. Anywho. Blah, 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 blah. I like Rivens. They're fun. Hello, Ghoul Man. Oh, I missed. I did not miss. Kind of hard to miss with the ARCA, to be quite frank. Should probably mention the music we're listening to today is Water Song. It's the new year, and I'm hoping things will, I don't know, not exactly be better. I had a weird year. People stealing my shirts, losing some friends, losing like 1 million views in 1 week on YouTube. That was scary nonsense. Yeah, imagine if you're working at McDonald's and suddenly they started judging you based on performance and cut your money by 1/3. It was a spook. What else was there? I was sick for like an entire month and a half in the beginning of the year. My neighbors were being kind of awful. They still are, they're just awful less. Got back from whatever their New Year's party yesterday at like, oh, I want to say it was like 2 in the morning. And of course we're hooting and hollering and laughing, whatever. It's not so bad because I'm an absolute like night owl, but it's not really fun listening to a bunch of people kind of having an after party in their apartments at like really late at night when you're trying to just like sit back and doodle. I don't know. Whenever I'm feeling kind of downish, I always just turn on Wander Song very specifically. It's one of those games that like playing it was just so almost disgustingly heartwarming. I think if I had been in a better place, I actually would have been less interested in the game, because it's like, yeah, I mean, it's cute and whatever, but no, it was the game I needed. It was the soundtrack I needed at the time, too. It was a good soundtrack. Shell in the Pit is amazing. You're probably going to be listening to his music a lot through me for the next couple of years, and that's fine, honestly. I hope it's fine. It doesn't bug you guys. His stuff's pretty good. He's one of the 2 composers that did Rogue Legacy, if any of you remember or have played that game. Fun game. I liked it a lot. It got a little repetitive by the end. You know, very big on the whole grind situation, not much on the whole. The gameplay almost never changed. Would have been nice if it had like some more proper Metroidvania elements thrown in. But I'll take what I can get. And honestly, it was fun. Going out on a run, coming back and spending all of your money was always, well, doing a run of it and then like, you know, I like that for roguelikes or roguelites. The concept of, you know, you die, you start over, but you have a little bit of resources to spend here and there. That always felt really good to me. And I wish more games kind of had that feel. Because I kind of like the short arcadey experiences of a roguelike, but sometimes it's nice to have like a meta progression and even like an overall plot. Probably load up Dungreed again at some point. I heard they've kind of vastly improved that system. I don't know why I'm talking about roguelikes while playing Warframe. I guess it's just after 212 episodes? There's just not a whole lot for me to immediately talk about in the game, apart from like if something major is happening. That's okay. Valid launch point. It's always a valid launch point, unless I'm underwater or underground. Even then, launch me anyway, Scotty. I don't know. I'm in a weird mood. Now, oh. Oh! We finished with all the nets. I don't have the range for that. Oh, is he following me? You better not be following me, boy. Okay, that's good. I was gonna go shoot the dudes on the side, but then he's like kind of following after me, and I'm like, no. That's bad. It's real bad. Let me see. I guess I just really want to play roguelikes today. He is a small problem. Or maybe not a problem at all. I gotta say, the ARCA PLASMOR is real satisfying. It's like, oh hey, there's enemies in this area. Not anymore! I think I still prefer the Astila's range and AoE at the end as opposed to the AoE the entire way through. But admittedly, if there's like if there's a lot of like, or if there's like little clarity on where anything is, having the PLASMOR is nice. Kinda wish it went through terrain, but that's a big ask. I don't know where that came from. Somebody had said something to the degree of, like, that's a big ask. In terms of, like, that's a pretty hefty request. And it's been stuck in my head. It's been stuck in my head for quite a while. And I keep wanting to use it, but not having a whole lot of spaces for it. How long does Vex armor last? Not nearly long enough. I'm not even in the right location. Oh, that's okay. Oh. That's interesting. I should probably take a look at some of Zephyr's abilities. Oh, wait, no, there's 2 Zephyrs. I was like, that's a lot of tornadoes. But, yeah, it is. It's because there's multiple Zephyrs going at the same time. Go figure. Let's see. Need to, like, get a list of topics. Here's something I want to talk about today. Freaking apartment hunting. There we go. That's something. That's topical. So obviously I want to move. I've been talking about this for, I think, almost the past year. The problem is, like, I don't want to get a house yet because I don't know where I want to live. Because, like, I don't want to live in Kansas. It's a nice place, and it's getting nicer. But it's also one of those where it's like, it's also pretty quiet. The variety of food around here is kind of limited. And the only grocery store I like going to is Trader Joe's at this point, because Trader Joe's is awesome. And, you know, we've pretty much visited every major restaurant that I'm interested in the entire area. There's pretty good barbecue places, but the problem is we make really good barbecue ourselves, so it's like, well, there's not a whole lot of point to that thing. So it kind of quickly becomes a, well, what other ethnic food do we have? Pretty good Thai. Not much in the way of, like, Indian or Chinese. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just Chinese food in general, but whenever I try and eat it, it just makes me feel so bad. I, like, have to swear it off, I guess. Or just find a better place, I don't know. And honestly, I just want to get an apartment with a couch. How nice would, like, I straight up have had dreams that I just have a comfortable couch and I'm, like, resting on it. It is a weird life. So I want to get a bigger place, and so I've been looking at, like, you know, loads of apartments all over the place. And it's just, like, the reviews are always bad, you know, talking about cheap architecture, thin walls, poor management, so on and so forth. And I'm always a little bit surprised. Like, I feel like if I owned an apartment complex, I'd probably try and make it really nice, and I wouldn't, like, go out of my way to do, you know, the cheapest thing possible, or, you know, just ignore maintenance requests. Like, I was reading one set of reviews, and they're like, yeah, our apartment's outlets were burning themselves out one by one and actually burning the wall, and we called maintenance for it, and they said they'd be by on Tuesday, and that was the 7th time they said they'd be by on Tuesday. So at that point, they had to call, like, the what was it, code enforcement or fire department? There's one, either code enforcement or the fire department. The fire department came in and condemned the entire building because the electrical work was done in, like, the 50s and hadn't been updated or even looked at, and in fact had been, you know, shoddily done back in the day too. And, you know, the whole building had to effectively be knocked down. And I was, you know, wow, we really didn't get a whole lot of affinity from that one. That's butts. Alright, whatever. But yeah, so the whole building had to be effectively condemned, knocked down, and rebuilt, costing the, you know, landlord probably more than they saved by not fixing anything. And it bugged me a little bit, because it's like, I feel like if I was in that position, I probably would have said, you know, hey, yeah, I should probably fix these things. You know, I don't want to have a death trap for a building, and I most definitely don't want to, you know, have to pay major amounts of fines for effectively hiding the fact that I was operating a condemned building. But I mean, I guess it's one of those that I'm not a particularly good capitalist or a dick. I don't know. Whenever anybody's like, profit above all costs, as we enter Fortuna. Oh, that's neat. They're all up there, just dancing. What? That butterfly wing. I was looking for those. Can anybody remind me what those are called? Because I was trying to find them on the market earlier today, and I couldn't. I'm trying to find good wings for my chroma, and I can't find any. It sucks. I want to know if they've actually removed them or something, because that'd be sad. Well, do we do seems legit? Oh, I know what we do first. Before we do seems legit, let's go to fast travel. Sticker. Stickers second hand? Oh, these are just decorations. Yeah, so let's just purchase what debt bonds we can. No, I do not have enough. I most definitely have enough of that. Yeah, so I am running out of money, but that's a pretty quick fix. Let's see, nothing there, definitely this one. That's a whole bunch. Like, everybody always likes to get on my case about how I'm an entertainment mercenary, and I think that's both one of the most apt things you could say about me as a YouTuber, and also maybe one of the most inaccurate. I mean, the fact that I'm still playing Warframe after 200 episodes means something, I hope. Yeah, I guess we might as well do seems legit. I should be fine with it, hopefully. But, you know, the main reason why I guess I would call myself an entertainment mercenary is entirely just because it's like I want to keep playing new games. And so, yeah, that's why I take these massive hiatuses between Warframe, because truly this is a series that I play when I don't have anything else going on. And it's always there, and it's always always there. It is really satisfying playing an MMO that doesn't change, that doesn't, like... You know, I've brought up World of Warcraft in the past. World of Warcraft, every time a new expansion comes out, it almost completely invalidates everything and anything from the previous expansions apart from cosmetics, and even then the cosmetics are not great. They're not bad, but it's like... It's such an old game that it's difficult for them to have anything fancy. Like, how many dangly bits do you really have coming off of a, fucking track an animal? I should probably do some animal tracking at some point. Probably also do some mining, even though... You know, teamwork and stuff. Let me see. Admittedly, it might be kind of hard for me to hear the ping. Wait, I do hear the ping, though. Okay, they got him. That's an awkward one to get to. For sure. That's cool. Okay. I didn't hear another ping here. I do see a little bit of mining to do. Not actually sure if I should be doing one minigame versus the next. Oh, it's moving. I'll do mining at a later date. Wow, that is narrowing down at an extraordinarily quick pace. Okay, did we find it? No. We found one hell of a nest of dudes, though. Dang. And I'm bleeding out. Well, we got it. No extra standing, but, like, cripes. I was not expecting this level of dude spam in an area. That was something. So what's better, to just go for the little dots, or to do the little mini game? Because I actually don't know. I'm kind of curious to find out. The mini game is fun, but ow. I gotta stop doing this. I gotta get out of here. These guys hit like trucks at this level, and I'm not built enough. I'm not built enough to really pull this off. Especially on my own. Okay. Yeah, so apartment hunting-wise, like, I've just been, like, looking at places, like, all over multiple cities, and it's all, like... It's weird, like, people like to talk about how, like, the Northwest is so much more expensive. It's just like, really is not actually that much more expensive. The main problem is just, like, if you want to be in the suburbs of any major area, or, like, in an area with really good internet, it limits it pretty hard. You know, doing some research on Google Fiber, the internet that I already have, the problem is, hey, it's real good where it is, and they're not expanding. That kind of sucks. Okay. Maybe I needed something with a little bit more oomph than this. Maybe. Bounty failed. Uh-oh. Admittedly, those are some big honkers that we're up against. Alright, well, I'll leave squad myself. There's no point in sticking around if we failed. I'm just gonna bail myself. Unless, of course, this doesn't actually take me out of it all. I don't know. We'll just run a really quick solo mission. So it does look like leaving the squad actually just puts me out in my own separate instance, which is kind of nice. Well, let's just do an easier one. I like the ARCA PLASMOR. I'm not sure if it's the gun for groups like that. But then again, I usually build myself much more closely around the idea of, I want to finish this Galvacord. Oh, we did get the Endo at least. And all the mining things that I did. Alright, it's... Oh, right. Probably can't change my loadout as I currently am. There we go. Yeah, I'll probably hold on to it. Let's just do a slightly easier bounty. Because that might have just been too much for the group that we were rolling. I don't really know. So we'll do resource theft. Easy peasy. Oh yeah, one review I found yesterday that I guess stood out to me was the people leaving the review more or less had said the apartment company advertises that they have a pool and like a tennis court, but they bulldozed both for another apartment complex the other, 2 years ago and just haven't changed any of their pictures or anything to make you think that there's a pool there. And, like, to some degree, there is the question of, like, well, is that legal? And it's like, I don't think so, but it's kind of the tough point of, like, false advertising versus, you know, whether or not the lease is valid. And I think in the past I've seen, well, if it doesn't say that there's a pool on the lease, then you're screwed. That shocked me. But it doesn't surprise me that much, and it makes me kind of sad, and so this is why I haven't moved yet. It's like, I'm just trying to find a place that I'm, like, not gonna regret living in a year. Leases are scary. You know, it's like, yeah, you're gonna be locked in this for, oh, you know, the next year, maybe 2, kind of depends. Like, blank year contracts, in general, are kind of worrying. I like to read legal advice. I'm just gonna regurgitate shit that I've read earlier today. That's just going to be me for a while. So I was reading a legal advice thread, because I'm, like, really into that sort of thing, even though I know nothing about actual legal matters. It's interesting to read about other people's legal woes, and one of them was, lady had been working for a company part-time, and the place has always kind of had a bad rap for being kind of anti-employee. And so they needed somebody to get certified for something, and, you know, the payment plan was like, you know, she wouldn't have to pay for it unless she, like, quit her job within X number of years. And so what they did instead was stop scheduling her for hours, gave her an impossible schedule that no one would be able to keep with, like, effectively being on call for, on, like, days where she said she wasn't available, or even multiple days straight. I forget, it was early in the morning. But, you know, then they're like, well, because you're not complying to our ridiculous demands, we'll accept your resignation then. How are you going to pay us back for the training that we so graciously paid for you and benefited from? And it's like, well, is that legal? And the answer is probably not. And just the idea of having anybody try and screw you over for... Because, you know, she didn't need the training. She didn't want the training. But she volunteered because she was the good employee. And then they're like, but what if we saved money by screwing our employee out of this? I'm like, no. This is why I work alone. I'm not a particularly big fan of YouTube as a corporate overlord, but at least I'm, like, doing it on kind of my own terms. No, I'm not. I really, like, I can say that, but I'm not. Like, no matter what, I'm actually even in shakier grounds, because, yeah, YouTube can fire me without even, like, paying unemployment, because they never paid me as an actual employee, just as a kind of pseudo-contractor-ish. Oh, that's a weird feeling. Oh, I don't know. I like being self-employed, and as long as I don't do anything wrong, I will continue as such. But I used to have, well, I've worked at a couple of places, and I've always had the kind of crabby boss that probably didn't want to be the boss, probably wanted to do other things, but because of the way that their life kind of boiled down, they ended up having to be in a position of power anyway. My dad, specifically, you know, pretty much actively refuses to manage other people because he doesn't want to have to be the boss. He does government research and programming and stuff. And mostly it's like biometrics and a lot of biotech stuff. It's pretty cool. You know, working on, you know, say like a HUD that tells you, like, yeah, you're going to be sick in 3 days based on, like, these markers, like physiological markers. And I think he can actually tell that sort of thing with, like, a fair amount of accuracy. The main problem is you have to wear, like, a whole getup constantly to actually, like, be aware. But yeah, one day he's like, I'm gonna be sick in 2 days, and called that, like, ahead of time, and lo and behold, had a fever. Cool. think I got an award for that earlier today. Like, back in October. I was gonna say earlier this year, but that's a lie. This is 2019. It's a new year. But, oh shoot, where am I going with this? My dad. Oh, yeah. So, I've worked under quite a number of people, actually, at this point, who didn't seem like they wanted to be in management ever. But went into management because that's the only way to actually make more money? And that always sucks a little bit, because it's like, I almost feel like management should be kind of more middling, and, you know, the people that actually are getting stuff done are getting paid a lot. But I guess the point is management picks their salaries because management picks their salaries. But who's going to disagree with management? Management? Maybe. I hate those turrets. Part of the reason why I'm like, meh, on the whole ARCA PLASMOR. I like it. At max range, though. Whoosh. Maybe shot speed would actually solve the problem. I'm not entirely sure. I've been playing too much. Oh, what game was it? Oh, EDF, where the shot speed was, like, faster than the actual, like, range. So, yeah, it would hit max range instantly, and then, you know, just kind of peter out, and it's like, oh, that's kind of lame. But, I don't know. It is nice being in a situation where, yeah, I don't have to worry about a boss being like, you didn't, you know, you didn't get enough done over the course of the past week. That's going to look bad on your performance review. I mean, I still have performance reviews, but, I mean, it's just you guys. How's my performance review looking? You tell me. I don't know. Seems to be doing well. I had a good Christmas. Ish. I got slippers. I should put them on. My feet are cold. Oh no, where are my slippers? Oh, they're over here. I keep them under my desk because I don't really need them for walking around my apartment, but I get kind of cold while I'm recording sometimes. It keeps my toesies warm while I'm recording, so I'm not, like, freezing in my chair. Because I don't want to stop the recording to go, like, turn up the heat or put on a sweatshirt. Ugh. That's not fun. Speaking of New Year's resolutions, I don't generally get a whole lot of answers when I ask, like, what did you get for Christmas or whatever, but anybody got any interesting New Year's resolutions? Mine are real boring. Make new friends, move, draw. I want to make a webcomic. I started one, the problem is it was a little hard on my wrists, so it made it, you know, hard to keep up with. And my wrists are getting better, and, well, I spent like 3 hours drawing last night. I actually felt really good, and, you know, definitely was a nice boost to my confidence levels of like, yeah, maybe I can do like a webcomic-y thing. Okay, he got it. Oh, isn't this the same situation where there's, like, the crazy cave all the way over somewhere else? Yeah, this, like, ravine, maybe. I hear it. There it is. Got it. I almost kind of wish I could mark this specific cave as, like, always guide me over here. Hey! That's kind of neat pattern recognition, repetition, that I didn't know about this cave the first time, and second time, I was the hero that knew where it was. Let's see. But yeah, I don't know. Resolutions are move, make friends, webcomic. More series. I want to finish more games. I want to go back to some old games. I gotta figure out a new schedule for stuff like Warframe or JRPGs, actually. which are a consistent problem for me, because I want to record them, but I just don't have the time or the energy. So I guess New Year's resolution number 4? Get a couch? Record more JRPGs while sitting on said couch. Or laying on said couch. I'll probably get one of those, like, you know, nice recording headsets so I can veg out properly as opposed to, like, having to sit up. That'd be nice. It probably isn't going to work out the way that I intend for it to work out, but, you know, whatever. What else could I resolve? I mean, weight loss and, like, going to the gym. That's, like, the most generic thing I could possibly come up with as far as resolutions go. Yeah, obviously I want to lose 10 pounds. Everybody wants to lose 10 pounds, probably. Okay, maybe not everybody. And not everybody should. I've definitely known some, like, absolute bone people that should never think about losing weight. Muscle mass, yeah. Losing weight, no. Truly, I don't even care about being that thin. I just mainly want to be a little bit healthier. I like going on walks. The problem is going to the gym is a bit harder. Okay, somebody's shooting at me. I think? It's still taking damage, but I honestly can't tell from where. I see the shots. Or I see its HP tanking down. My radar ain't that great. Part of it. It'd be nice if there was almost kind of like an indicator saying, like, by the way, like, this one's getting shot from this direction. There's the people. We've marked them conveniently for you. It's just hard to tell. Silhouettes get real dark in this game. If there was a mod that, like, just gave all enemies, like, a very slight outline, I would put it on. It would make my life easier. I'll leave that reinforcement beacon up, and I think somebody else just destroyed it. Here it is. That's fine. What else could I do? Start a new D&D campaign, that'd be nice. I know some people want me to go back to the previous one, but I'm not sure if I'll ever... I will. That's a can of beans. I can talk about it at a later date, though. That's a bad can of beans. That's some bad beans. Are they... Oh! They're freaking just up here. Dicks? And in doubt, just evict them from the sky. Really, only got one of them, but I'll take it. Where is everybody else in this? Okay. Still nothing? Oh, but there is. I can't tell where anything is. There it is. You can keep the shield topped off with these. Okay, there's another one over here. There it is. Okay, we can do this. Probably with hold. No. I'm probably fine. Yeah, we're good. Would be a good time for a good old frosting. After we're done with, I think my mesa's pretty much done. I think I even got the waltz on, honestly. After my mesa is done and completely built, or as built as I can get my mesa. My hope is to go back to some of the old frames that I really love, but haven't had the time for. And buff them up. Very specifically Frost. The new Umbra mod set, I think, is actually kind of perfect for him. Maybe not Umbral Vitality, but Umbral Intensify and Umbral Steel or Umbral Fiber, I think it is. Both of those would be, like, amazing mods to get on Frost and make those bubbles hella tough. I just haven't needed the bubbles as much as I used to. Oh, hey! Health orbs increase armor for Sentinel, but it's not actually that helpful. Bolstering primary and secondary weapons reload 5% of their magazine per second, though. Some of these are kind of interesting. Now, is this an actual Sentinel mod? I hope so. Yeah, it might actually be kind of good. And did my Kelvicord finally finish off? Cool. So after that, it's going to be Viper Wraith. Let's see. I've still got to decide what I want to do with the Galvacord. Or, like, I'm probably going to hold on to it just because it's a neat weapon, and it's got some hell of range. It's just the problem of that speed. Oof. Okay, so these are all done. I should probably clear this out at some point. I don't think I need all of these. We have the Felcor, which looks kind of fun. Or we have the Grand Prime. With Redeemer Prime. Let's go Redeemer. I really like the Redeemer. High noon. It's high noon. I don't care that much about Overwatch, but Matt Mercer saying that is fun. So what do we build this thing for? I could go for combo, but I feel like I should almost just build it for range. I'm not going to be able to get much crit out of that, so we should probably go pure status. Maybe. I'm not actually sure if reach helps. Where's primed reach? Because I think that increases the range of the gun considerably. I'm going to try maybe condition overload. Go load this thing up with every big boom. Okay. So it's actually just a little bit lower than 100% status, but with condition overload, that might make this thing into a nice big exploder. I've still got to go back and work on primed reach, but Endo! Oh, I wish there was an Endo booster. That'd be nice. Alright, and let's change the appearance around. Holster style. Okay, customized main hand. So it's... oh. Visible when holstered. Take... no. Yeah, it's a little hard to get it straight. bit more to the right. I was hoping I could pull it out a little bit more. But, that'll be fine. So we've got the spine deemer. Alright, let's do appearance, copy Warframe colors. Default colors. I might want to mess with this one very specifically. So I like the white. I mean, honestly, this is a good candidate for... just making the colors extra saturated. That looks pretty good. I like the Redeemer. Alright, and... yeah, I've got the Spine Deemer. I needed a Cyandana to make Chroma Prime look real cool. I think it's going to be his melee weapon. Oh, I can't wait until we get the uber giant sword and see if I can have that sticking out of his face or chest or something, because that'll be amazing. Unfortunately, we've got a long way to go before we can get that one, I think. I think I've still got like 50-something days, and boy am I not good at logging in daily. If I do daily episodes, I'm good at logging in daily, but not always. Anyway, so, I guess I'll just throw this out there, even though I don't know. If you guys have anything you want me to ramble about while I play this game, or any specific weapons or frames you want me to focus on as soon as I'm done with the couple that I haven't, let me know. Because, honestly, like, I'm 212 episodes in. I could do anything at this point, apart from grinding... and including grinding. Alright, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.